You just moved here.
Where?
You said you just moved to town.
Yeah.
What part of town are you in?
I don't know.
I grew up here.
You're here, too?
We all are.
Oh, no way.
It's so when the school's open, we'll be in person. Together. My person and your... Anyway, if you want to know anything about anything, I can probably tell you.
Anything?
Anything about this town.
Oh.
But if there's anything else you want to know about, I could look it up for you. I'm really good at research.
That's sweet.
Do you want my number or whatever?
I just don't know if I'll be here long.
No. Don't like to count your chickens before they hatch.
I thought we were doing turkeys.
I'm putting you guys in a breakout room.
Okay.
Okay.
Theater and education? Are we all in agreement?
Support.
Main Pilgrim.
Yes. Caden?
I'll defend you to the school board if I have to, Logan.
Okay then. No Native Americans in our Thanksgiving play. Let's start with improv. We will use the traditional story that we all know and just see where it goes.
That story isn't necessarily historically accurate.
We need to get our creative juices flowing and figure out what our options are to celebrate Native Americans without them. Let's do it. Let's act.
Okay. Do we look to camera or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter in improv. You just react.
Whoa.
Okay, let's go ahead and look at the camera.
Okay.
You're at a pilgrim's house. You're preparing the first meal for the first Thanksgiving.
I feel like it's my house.
Fine. Let's leave the rest of the discoveries for the improv.
Wait. Didn't we get this food from Native American people?
Yeah, isn't like that the whole point of Thanksgiving? Like to thank the native people for saving us from something with food or...
Starvation.
We should thank them for that.
And why are we fixing this food if it was a gift?
The pilgrims must have done some of the actual preparation.
Yeah, but without any Native American people to guide them?
Well, actually...
Okay. You're sitting down to eat a dinner that has already been prepared.
Oh, look at this.
Would you like more stuffing?
Stuffing is a modern dish. A more likely side, considering the efficiency of the early settlers, would be a type of sweetbreads or pate, Alicia.
Okay then. We call improv a world of yes. We don't judge or try to make sense of choices. We just simply say yes and see where it leads us.
So sorry, Alicia. Yes, I would love some. Why do you call it stuffing?
I was mistaken. It's corn. It's Native American corn.
Thank you. Mmm.
This meal was wonderful.
Mmm.
Without our Native American neighbors in the next room, we would be dead from starvation.
Yes. We owe them thanks.
I thank them.
Good.
We should say a prayer of Thanksgiving.
Well, public schools. Yeah.
Yes.
Brother Jackson.
Dear Father, should we wait to say the prayer until our native, brothers? What should we call them?
Indigenous people?
Well, the truth is, in the writings from this time, they were referred to as savages. But we can't say that in a school show, so we could call them the natives, as in they are native to this land.
Okay, but my point was going to be we should have our native brothers in the room to say the Thanksgiving prayer.
Yes. Let's wait for them. More vegetable?
Thank you.
That scene.
Be white people, pilgrims, preparing for a battle. War is intense. Kids dig that.
I wrote a dramatic post-battle scene that only involves white people, technically. I'll email it now.
Ah, sweet.
We're celebrating violence?
Characters conflicted about fighting the Indians. Good wife, Alethea.
You're a couple. I did not get that.
Jackson and I share a mutually respectful relationship.
So you aren't a couple?
Hey, Logan, can we get swords delivered to our homes?
No.
What? Period rifles?
Nope.
We'll have to make do, Jackson.
Offensive. She's been tested.
It's true.
I had it all wrong. Alicia is here to mentor us.
Well, our scene is incredibly simplicity. It's the Native American gestalt with one visual. It's quite brilliant.
Thank you, Jackson.
There's lots of clunky educational dialogue, but we'll fix that. Go.
The year is 1631. Upon landing in Cape Cod, the separatists, now known as pilgrims, immediately robbed the graves and nearly all of the food stores of the local natives. However, with the help of Samoset, the English-speaking native who had escaped slavery, a tenuous treaty was drawn. But 6 years and many ships later, when the separatists discovered a white man dead on a boat in Plymouth, they assumed the native people had killed him. Major John Mason gathered his men and surrounded an unsuspecting Pequot village. They killed 400 native men, women, and children. Major Mason and his men came home to give thanks and celebrate their victory.
God-fearing folk, we have in short order laid waste to the savage villains. Prepare a feast most glorious and give thanks to God, for he hath delivered our resounding victory. I bring forth the trophies of our labors.
Out of his bag, Major Mason pulls two gory heads that are still wet with blood. He drops them on the ground at his feet. Blood sprays.
Wait, did you say heads?
Native American heads.
We shall give sport with the heads of our enemies on this day of thanks.
Yes, we shall. Major Mason and his men kick the heads of the Pequot through the village, leaving a bloody path in their wake. Many call their gruesome sport the first Thanksgiving. We honor
Yes!
this day.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I want to play.
Woo!
Don't do that, Alicia.
Catch!
Frozen turkey bowling.
Woo!
Stop.
Strike!
What? Stop. Have you lost your minds?
Thank you.
No. How is killing off hundreds of indigenous people, then kicking their heads a proper celebration of Native American Heritage Month?
Well, it's true. And gets a Native American presence into our play.
Yeah, it's like those programs, Lo, in high school where they make you visit a prison to stay out of prisons, or and see a crashed car to stay out of drunk driver cars, visit a morgue to stay out of morgues.
This is appalling.
Yeah, but it's real, and that's what we need. You know, not a cleansing of history, but an in-your-face reminder that this is what we're capable of, or we will keep doing it.
Exactly.
If I do a gruesome play where you kick heads for sport, I will lose my job for sure.
But the genocide on Turtle Island is ongoing. All right, if we white people don't admit the horrors of what we did and are still doing, it won't stop.
First off, this is a public school. The growing majority of these kids aren't white anyway. Second, petition or not, I will be fired. We aren't doing this. I'm the director. I decided.
Lo, it's devised.
Street performer.
Yes!
The school board said I didn't have to hire you, but you work for free. Sorry.
I should go meditate on this feeling right now.
Should we talk about? Maybe we should all meditate for a moment. Just keep doing nothing.
Got it.
I've got it. Sorry, when you folks are done.
I'm good.
Whatever.
We'll start, and Jackson can join us. I want to try a pilgrim-style Thanksgiving scene, but we show the actual erasure of Native people graphically.
I thought the scene with the heads was pretty graphic.
Graphic in a visceral way, not a visual one. We do a first Thanksgiving scene, like normal with Native people, but we don't play Native people. We allow their absence to speak for them. Where is the missing Indigenous perspective? It's certainly missing from this process. We hold space for them by literally holding space for them. Give me a few minutes to work out some dialogue.
Wait, I have a dinner scene I was holding on to. No death or Spaniards, just The normal story we all know.
Let me see it.
I have to find the scene number to send.
You actually wrote the whole play, didn't you?
Yeah, there's nothing that means more to me in my life than this opportunity.
Thanks for all the work. All of it, Hayden.
And here it is. Scene 33. And attaching it now.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Everyone take a break while I try to figure this out.
I'll put you in a room. Bye. Okay. That meditation was deep. Faced a lot about myself and my privilege.
Yeah, I don't know if I could hear my girlfriend say that kind of stuff about me and be okay with it.
I know that her lashing out is not about her and me, but actually her double X is fighting back against centuries of patriarchal oppression. It's not personal. It felt personal for a second, which I totally needed, but intellectually, I know to filter anything she says to me through layers of justified, feminine rage.
So, no matter what she says, you don't believe it?
I believe she believes it, but I know to trust myself first. And not everyone is ready for tantric, right? Am I right? Alethea, you play oppressed characters a lot. How do you get in touch with that as a person of privilege?